Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. Okay, so in this episode, we are going to, we're back in space. Let's start with this. So I worked out that I want to put some type of way of recollecting our ships because I want to swap this back out to a different setup for welding. It's because the welders and grinders together aren't going to work because there's no way to collect the parts. We don't have conveyors in the ceiling, so this just wasn't going to work. So I want to convert this all back out to something else, and I think we're going to do those deck welders that we were showcasing I think like a couple episodes ago, right before we were building the turd. So I put this together so when we bring a ship in, we won't have to worry about inventory. We can just literally just start grinding, and if we run out of inventory space, it'll drop into here. And there's a bunch of small containers here that I'm gonna set up to not hold items because I think some of them are, but so I'm gonna reconfigure these all to not hold anything. Basically, they're just gonna be pass-throughs. And then, so yeah, we'll just be able to sit here and just grind up a ship and not worry about having to get it into the inventory. It'll automatically do it for us. So they're all connected and stuff, so it took a while to get it mapped out to work, but the containers on the end had to happen. Either that or they had to be conveyors, but some of you guys were saying that containers are lighter, and I went with the gravity version, so it would pick up items. So yeah, we're in space. This is gonna be a short episode today. I've had a pretty brutal day. My gaming rig, the one I play and record from, is flagship AMD build. It's their top of the line CPU that water cools. It has to be water cooled because it runs so hot. So my water cooler was flaking out, and so I went to go overhaul it today, and it was too little too late. I went out and bought a bunch of components to overhaul my water cooling system, came home and went to go prime my pump, and it was already too late. The processor was fried by the time I had already turned off my computer from the time before. So, so I lost a processor today, a very expensive component, and so I just happen to have another computer laying around. So I grabbed the processor out of it. It's nowhere near as powerful, but it's got me online. It's got me playing, so I was able to record today. But granted, air cooling in Arizona heat is not good, so I'm barely able to keep the thermal threshold on this processor because it's air cooled. So more to come on that later. But for now, okay, so the Scythe. What did I do? It's not the same. There are some boosters reconfigured. I have no idea if this is going to work. Basically, it was like 30, 40 long. It's now down 20 long. I took the resources that I cut off the end and used those to put boosters on. We're also lacking the other direction and thrust, so I modified that. I realized we have a plethora of cargo containers. So why did I have a large cargo container back here? So I removed the large cargo container, put a heavy armor block there instead. I put a connector on a rotating arm, so this guy just pops up. Good to go. So hopefully this will work. Have not tested it yet. But like I said, I just want to give you guys a heads up where we're at with things since we're coming back out here into the deep dark. So we're starting out with the ships that I was telling you we were going to start out with. We have the Scythe, Sickle, Scythe. Then we have one shuttle, one orbital defense. Once I get things settled, we're going to turn. This is going hostile. So we're going to keep things a little lively. But I just want to get things kind of settled in. So we got the turret here. So we'll get this guy finished up so we can blueprint him officially for before planets get here. And it'd be really awesome if we would be able to print these out the back of the Kestrel, but that's not going to happen. But he has his own printer block. I don't know how that'll work, but we'll work on that. And then we have Scorpion Mark 1. I was telling you guys I was going to go with Mark 1 because I do miss being able to pilot the ship that we're welding with. It just makes more sense. Because like we come over here, we weld this up. Oh wait, we're missing a block. We get out, we put set block in place, and then we climb back in and weld it. I really thought the Kestrel was moving there for a second. Whereas before we would be in the Kestrel piloting this ship and go, oh, we missed a block. Get out of the Kestrel, fly all the way out here, place the block, go back into our menu to pilot the ship we're standing next to. It just doesn't work for the mining or the welding ship, in my opinion. Maybe for like large stations or something like the Kestrel itself, where we're doing like a lot of plate. Something like that I think would be fine, but as a whole I think we're just going to stick with the piloted welding ship. So let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, I did get some resources before we left. Not a lot. Like I said, I was harvesting with this guy, and I was like, this isn't working for me. This needs to change. Oh, and I did rotate the cockpit the way I was saying. So the majority of the engines are in that direction. So that's forward now. So we want to see what's going on. We're going to have to rotate the cockpit to funky angles. I might just put another cockpit on here somewhere else at another angle. But to be determined, as I'm not sure where it's not going to collide with something else. I did have another cockpit behind it going at a really funky angle. But I don't know, just didn't look right. So I took it off. So there was a spawn ship. Kind of hard to start a world with asteroids without it. So it's gone. No cargo ships are on. We're going to try to keep this as lag-free as possible. Especially since I don't have a beast of a processor right now. So I'm doing fine processor-wise. But because I have the GPU to back it up, but still don't want to tax the system. I don't want to hurt my my backup. So yeah, we're just gonna wrap it up here today. Like I said, we're gonna keep this episode about 10 minutes, not too long, because like I said, I'm kind of beat. I really do need to go unwind, go pop me a top on a Guinness, and chill outside and enjoy some of the nice Arizona summer. But tomorrow I'm going to do my best to try to get as much resources harvested as I can. Tomorrow's episode is going to be pretty choppy. It's going to be a lot of cuts because it's going to be me showing you guys the first time in this Scythe. And then I'm going to go and harvest a bunch of resources. So it's literally going to just be me record for a little bit, show you guys what's going on, collect resources for like 3 hours, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, I just wanted to let you guys see what's going on. I wanted to get this started. I did look around a little bit. Let's look at some more rocks. We got a few more minutes before I wanted to cut the episode. So let's look at some of the rocks we got. Let's see here. Do we have a drill? Characters. Let's put these in our standard locations. Alright, so let's go to el número 3. So we got some cobalt, some iron. What else? Something else popped up. Ooh, ice. Alright, I wasn't sure if we had any ice out in this area, but we do. That's good. So magnesium, we're going to need that for bullets because we're going to want to stay alive. Info, get all this stuff gone. So we can just see what we're looking at. Magnesium, cobalt, iron, ice. And one of these guys I was happy about, is that guy, had uranium, like a plethora. There we go. So there's some uranium and iron. See what else we got. Some silver in there, some more ice. Okay, so we basically need gold and platinum, it looks like. Cobalt. Oh, nickel. We haven't seen any nickel either. Iron, surprise. So hopefully there's some gold in this guy. Some platinum would be nice as well. How are we doing on oxygen? Okay, good. Where's the damn door on this thing? Where'd you guys put the door? Oh, there's some more uranium there. Sweet. Oh, there we go. Door. What are you? Silicon? Oh, that's good. I could use some of that. We don't use a lot of silicon, so platinum and gold would be great. Platinum's okay. Gold definitely, because we need it for computers and stuff. Is that platinum? It totally looks like platinum, but it's not. Alright. So it looks like we're going to go out a little bit further looking for platinum and gold. And at that point, well, hey, let's use those FTLs. Yeah, because some of these rocks are, I don't think there's anything close to us. The other thing, too, is once we turn on hostile environment, that's going to change things up a bit, too. So we'll be getting impact craters and stuff. Is this nickel? Oh, more cobalt. Okay. It's funny, every game I play, it portrays cobalt as blue. So it's kind of weird to see it. And, hey, that's cobalt. So I will probably pull all our fleet in behind the asteroid, you know, hide in the shadows, and fire up the Kestrel and go ahead and jump. Fire up that FTL and see what's out there. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So we got resources here. We just need to get to work. A little bit of elbow grease, and we'll be back on top of things. We're going to get the Trans-Unified Deployment System, Trans-Warp Unified Deployment System, all fixed up and get it blueprinted. Everything here's been officially blueprinted. I re-blueprinted the Kestrel because the previous blueprint, I don't know if you guys were aware of this, was minus FTL drives. So, yeah, so I actually pasted the Kestrel in here, and I was like, oh, crap, that's the wrong version. So I had to load back up the old version, or the bunked planet map, and recopy the Kestrel. So, all right, so yeah. Well, let me know if you guys want to see anything specific in tomorrow's episode. Like I said, I know I want to get started with the Scythe, get it showcased, go over what little changes I did do on top of what I just discussed, and get it cutting. Might actually just set that thing loose once we verify it works proper, and just set it loose, because we can just kind of do that, just dock it, turn the rotors on, and come back check on it later. So, and then we'll just be able to collect the ores and whatnot. So it'll allow us to go and build some other stuff. So just let me know in the comments below, and yeah, this is Havoc. Have fun and keep gaming.